The standard of Christian life and the standard of value judgment is the Bible. So can we solve all the marriage problems that modern Christians face by the Bible's standards? To be honest, there is a bit of caution on this point. There are many similarities between the Bible written thousands of years ago and the marriage problems that modern people face today, but there are many differences. The more society develops, the more complex the problem becomes. For this reason, some problems are difficult to solve with the Bible's guidelines for modern Christians. Let's take an example. My wife divorced her ex-husband for violence and extramarital affairs. Here's the problem: if you have to divorce someone whose spouse is using violence, how much violence is it to get a divorce? I am most wary of Christians who say that the solution to all problems lies in the Bible. On the other hand, the theologian Craig says he has no right to deal with problems beyond clear Bible examples. We need to have the heart of Jesus when we talk about the marriage of Christians. Jesus says in Matthew 12:7, "If you had known what these words mean, 'I desire mercy, not sacrifice,' you would not have condemned the innocent." There was a witch hunt in the Middle Ages. The criterion by which people distinguish a witch was a witch's nipple on the woman's body. And the witch's nipple was a clitoris on a woman's body. The misunderstanding of the woman's body created by God killed innocent women. It's the same now. Misinterpretation and application of the Bible may lead to the death of Christians in pain. We should know what the whole Bible says, rather than being obsessed with a passage from the Bible. Here is a husband. He is indifferent to his wife. He does not satisfy the emotional, spiritual, or physical needs of his wife. Will this wife be able to divorce her husband? There is no saying in the Bible to divorce for this reason. However, it is a matter that can be thought of if you know that the purpose of God's marriage is to make your spouse not lonely. You shouldn't be a Pharisee. Jesus says in Matthew 23:4, "They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they are not willing to lift a finger to move them." You shouldn't salt the wounds of suffering Christians. You shouldn't burden him. You shouldn't do that. That's what the Bible says. It's the easiest thing for you to say, but it's the most irresponsible thing you can say at the same time. What would Jesus do? You should listen to other people's stories before you tell them the biblical criteria. And we have to think about their problems together. This is what you are as a true Christian. If we cannot be of service to them, your silence may be to help them. Subscription and likes. If this video helped today, I'd like to ask you, like,